Pre-budget consultations begin, finding a new way to look at tradition, and food badges can now be accessed in the East.
InfoUpdate,
bringing you the latest news, views, and reviews,
along with responses,
comments, and events
affecting you.
Brought to you by the Information Division of the Tobago House of Assembly.
Representatives from the Banking Association, credit unions, business chamber, agricultural society, agro-processing and tourism share their views on what needs to be looked at as the Tobago House of Assembly prepares its 2015-2016 budget. This discussion took place earlier this morning. Umadara Mills has the highlights.
Both the banking and the tourism associations are in agreement that there needs to be more development of the island's tourism sector. And for the president of the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association, Christopher James, that means more rooms for visitors, increased direct flights to the island, and proactive marketing and branding campaigns.
Destination market is critical to get the interest and to get the island known in the world market. That marketing needs to be continuous, sustained, and well ahead of time. We need to know that we're spending that money month by month, 1-2 years in advance. That is something you have to commit to.
Besides the tourism sector, those in the agricultural and agro-processing areas called on the THA to establish more specific grants and loans which can help their members grow their businesses. Most of the sectors pointed out that labor shortages are of concern. And in light of that, the president of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Diane Haddad, has this to say.
The private sector continues to scream at the labor issues, the productivity issues on the island, and therefore you cannot go forward without your human resources being developed to its max.
The THA is grateful for the contributions made by the various sectors. The Secretary for Finance and Enterprise Development, Joel Jack, explains the significance of the consultations.
They allow us to garner the views and ideas of you, our major stakeholders, as we identify budget priorities of the Assembly going forward.
It's hoped that other consultations will be held before Mr. Jack makes his budget contribution at the Legislative Assembly chambers. I'm Umadara Mills for InfoUpdate.
Cultural groups throughout the island are learning about heritage in the 21st century. Preparations for this year's Tobago Heritage Festival have started, and the Division of Community Development and Culture are showing them different ways to improve their offerings. Coordinator of Culture, Glenda Rhodes Lane, explains.
A lot of time you hear the argument that heritage is the same old thing. You know, people tend to always make that statement. But your heritage is your heritage. However, there is a way you can present your heritage to ensure that the authenticity remains, the tradition remains, but it's how you put it out there, how it is you present it, so that the people at a global level could understand what it is, can participate in it as it is.
Dr. Eastlyn McKenzie directed the workshop. She's known for her work in education and the creative arts. And as the World Health Organization continues its campaign on food safety, Tobago is doing its part to ensure food handlers are properly certified. Caroline Wallace reports.
Food badges are now accessible in East Tobago. A release from the Division of Health and Social Services said applicants can visit the Public Health Services Department office in Argyle, opposite Pablo's Supermarket, every Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. Applications for food badges made at the Old Scarborough Health Centre will now be processed on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And if you're an applicant, here are some documents you must work with. A medical certificate from a medical practitioner stating that you're fit to handle food. 2 passport-size photos, 1 form of identification, and a processing fee of $20. The Division of Health and Social Services is reminding food handlers that they must display their food badges at all times. I am Caroline Wallace for InfoUpdate.
That's it from all of us at the Department of Information. I'm Lois Vincent, and you've been listening to InfoUpdate.